For more, let's bring in Senate Doge Caucus Chairwoman Joni Ernst. Senator, any reason to think that the Republicans will be able to bring on board any Democrats with this vote? Could we end the 6-day standoff tonight?
Well, Jerry, I am always optimistic. I think that we will eventually get it done. But will it get done tonight? I highly doubt it. I think the Democrats are pretty well dug in. It is going to take a few more discussions before we can get some of those more moderate members of the Democratic conference on board with us. But as Leader John Thune has said, we will not move on this Schumer shutdown until we get those members on board, and then we can talk about health care discussions after that. We've got to get over the Schumer shutdown, then we can have those discussions.
Senator, what types of services are potentially going to start to get significantly disrupted over the next couple of days or weeks if this doesn't get resolved to get everybody's attention?
Well, I can tell you, those that can least afford it are being impacted now. Think about women, infants, and children, those that are very vulnerable, those that need additional food supports. All of that will be interrupted. The elderly that need additional supports, they are going to feel the pressures. Right now, we have over 1,800 Iowa National Guardsmen that are deployed to the Middle East. They will not see a paycheck until we have this resolved. There are so many that rely on federal government services that will see an interruption to those services. And then let's talk about the 750,000 non-essential federal government workers that are currently not at work. Every day that goes on, we as a federal government are spending $400 million to support those workers, even though they are not in the office. So right now we're on day 4 of work days in the government shutdown. That's $1.6 billion that has been wasted so far, not having that 750,000 federal workers in the office. So it is costing our taxpayers.
$1.6 billion, like it doesn't even matter. You mentioned WIC. You mentioned SNAP benefits. Those could run out. Senator Thune mentioned that this afternoon. And of course, what the Dems are holding out for is more money for Obamacare, more money for ACA. And those extensions of that program would benefit people who, frankly, are living at 4 times, what is essentially the lowest of incomes. How is it fair that we're going to take away money for people who have no money and give it to people who have a lot of money?
Well, you're spot on right there, Jerry. And let's talk about the expanded benefits. This was done during COVID. The reason those subsidies were expanded was to help people during COVID. We are long past COVID. And you know who put the sunset on those COVID expansions? The Democrats. This is their plan, and they are not allowing us to move forward on a vote and support their plan to sunset those expanded subsidies. So the Democrats are making no sense right now. It is Biden's budget that we are extending for the short term, and it is the subsidy sunsets proposed by the Democrats that we are moving forward on. It makes no sense at all, I guess, except in Washington, D.C.
I don't think anybody's really questioning whether we want people to get coverage. This is not a health insurance coverage issue. This is about having a clean bill. What are the steps that you believe need to be taken just to get a clean bill put on the table once and for all, and then the health care issues can be dealt with? What's the impasse?
Yes, and I think that is exactly it, though, is that we have to have those members. We've got a lot of great members on the other side of the aisle. If they would just come forward and say, okay, we will support this clean extension of the bill. We'll get through this Schumer shutdown,
right,
and then we have to agree to talk about health care and making sure the vulnerable are supported.
Great, thank you.
Senator, thank you so much for that. Appreciate your time today. We'll be on top of it for sure.